Starsector. Alright, welcome to Starsector 0.9. This is going to be a vanilla playthrough, and this is my first time doing it. So there's a lot of changes to vanilla, with 0.9. One of the first ones you'll see is there's a heck of a lot more portraits. It's like, this person's totally new. And for this particular one, I have secured a very special portrait just for this playthrough that I'm going to use to make this special for myself. So we're going to be this guy. I think he fits nicely into the existing artwork of the game. And this is a portrait I made myself, but this one I'm going to import. I've imported into the game to play as Wade Star. Okay. We will go Iron Man mode, and there's some new options here. We're going to go ahead and start from the beginning because we're, as I said in my announcement video, playing the role of a outcast, disgraced former hegemony captain, so thus the hegemony markings. And let's see, you can, however, take an explorer leading a salvage expedition from aboard an APG class cruiser, which is pretty cool, or a mercenary leading a small force from aboard Hammerhead class destroyer. These are both faster starts. And there's your Hammerhead right there, in case you don't know what it looks like. We are going to go with the bounty hunter start again with the Wolf class frigate. And I will definitely be taking the Kite class shuttle under the command of an experienced subordinate. I'm not a terribly good Wolf pilot, but it's still a good ship. And the Kite class shuttle here is also something I like quite a bit because the loadout I plan to play, I like taking electronic countermeasures and navigation, and being able to get a bonus with a 2-point deployment ship is pretty nice. That's why I like it. And you get an officer. I think most people recommend this start. Wolf class frigate and Kite shuttle. Okay, normal difficulty. And we'll skip the tutorial and just head right in. Now, there's also been a change to the salvaging mechanics. So, wow, this is different, yeah. First of all, there's colonies in the game now. So colony management is a skill, apparently. Juggling the competing needs of the outpost colonies and way stations under one's personal control, as well as the administrators assigned to govern the rest, requires a specialized set of both interpersonal and logistical skills. Okay, so let's see. At base level, able to manage up to 1 administrator and to personally govern 2 colonies. All right. And then I guess there's a penalty if you go beyond that, and then this, I guess, modifies that. Industrial planning. While the typical economy of a colony is not centralized, sound planning is critical to channeling that economy in the most productive and profitable fashion. All industries require 1 less unit of all the commodities they need. And then all industries, you get another bonus, and then at level 3, 30% income from colonies, including exports. Okay, so these are 2 completely new skills. Salvaging has changed. This is the one I was kind of interested in checking as well. So this skill requires the skills required to get and find the most valuable items and extract the most resources out of the various derelicts found on the sector's fringes. So level 1 plus 15% resources and rare items recovered from abandoned stations and other derelicts. Ability remote survey, do a preliminary survey on all nearby planets remotely. Looks like planet surveying has been removed or changed completely, so that's kind of cool. 30% resources and rare items recovered from abandoned stations, and a level 3 50% bonus resources and rare items recovered from abandoned stations and other derelicts, and plus 10% post-battle salvage. Okay, and field repairs is basically the same. Recovery operations basically the same. Safety procedures looks basically the same. Same up here with technology. Right, these are the skills I was talking about. Electronic warfare, probably take command and control, and coordinated maneuvers. And so this gives you, this gives you bonuses to each ship, for each ship you have in combat, which is why I like those little kites. They do have their limitations, though. They're very fragile ships. Navigation. So this one, I think, has been changed. Yes, I think it has. The first 2 levels are the same, but level 3 is now +1 maximum burn level. Increases the burn bonus of the sustained burn ability by 1. And transverse jump is the same one as it's always been. Sensors, this looks like it's basically the same. And yeah, the rest of these look the same. How about command and control? Looks the same. Looks the same. Yep, same. I like fleet logistics as well. Coordinated maneuvers basically looks the same. Yep. I think everything here is the same. There's one new skill here, though, isn't there? Yeah, planetary operations, a detailed knowledge of tactics to do with all combat operations on or around planets and fixed orbital installations, from raids and raid defenses to bombardments to the optimal employment of orbital defenses in combat. Extra stability at level 3 and effectiveness of ground operations, fleet, and governed colony. Okay. Any changes on combat? Probably not going to take these red skills. I am not, like I said, we're playing vanilla, so we're not going to be having any extra stuff, including my own modifications to the game. At least not initially. Maybe I'll add some of them back in. But for now, yeah, I think it's important to just see what the new changes are to the game. Now, as far as my start goes, so a lot of people recommend going with industry, especially with salvage, the salvaging, because that helps you a lot with it helps you a lot with your initial income, and that is kind of a problem. Despite that, however, I think I'm gonna go for the tech build again. So this may be a little bit challenging. Like I said, our goal is to make it past the first 10 minutes of the game. So yeah, I'm gonna be probably building very similar to what I did in my last playthrough. All right, so this begins the journey of vengeance and/or redemption of Captain Wadestar, formerly of the Hegemony. Thanks everybody also for providing names for ships. So I've got those worked out, and here we are in the Hegemony sector of, what are we called? Corvus? Yep. So we'll be heading over here to Jangala, first and foremost. Alright. Trade. CFRI tab ED. Oh, that's just, he's just added the keyboard shortcuts here that you have show up here. Right? I didn't know that was available. Ooh, the graphics have changed. How about that? LPCs and everything. These all have changed. Interesting. Design type low tech. I don't think that's going to matter. I think the tech level is kind of just flavor, but maybe it does matter. Any new weapons? I don't... Oh, Atropos torpedoes are for sale in the Hegemony. That's good to know. What are these? Heavy armaments. Armaments ranging from heavy squad-level weapons to mechs, tanks, and hovercraft. Private use is banned on most worlds. Not in the Hegemony, obviously. Anything in the black market. We have Marines. These guys should be coming into play with colony invasions. So, anyway. Well, we, first of all, will check and see if there's any trades we can make. So, base commander... Nah, we don't need anything to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Nope. Yeah, why am I even talking to these guys? Consider your military options. Open the comm directory. No. Take a shuttle down to visit a dockside bar. Okay. Huh. You take a shuttle down to the main concourse and quickly find a likely-looking establishment. You enter the crowded, well-lit space and take in the rows of taps adorning the wall under bottles from every one of the core worlds and a few from elsewhere. Merchant captains mingle with off-duty officers at the bar, served efficiently by the uniformed staff. In one corner, a pack of Navy cadets shout and sing, desperately enjoying their last work shift of freedom. Yeah, you suckers, you still working for the man. That concerned-looking woman is sitting at a corner table, glumly examining her tripod. Nod to the concerned woman and walk over to her table. Aha. After a brief introduction, she wastes no time in getting to the point. I've got 50 units of food that urgently need to be delivered to Madeira in the Thule star system. Recent Pather cell activity has been making that difficult, but I'm sure you can handle any trouble. You recall that Madeira is under the Persean League control and located in the Tile star system. Did the name change from... No, Tile. Oh, I just misread it. It's not Thule, it's Tile. 10 light years away, your fleet's cargo holds are currently full. She double-checked something on her pod. The offer is 4,000 credits payable upon delivery within 100 days. You in? Yes. Yes, we are. Okay, gain 50 food, faction independent, 50 units to Madeira, 4,000 reward, 100 days to complete. Alright, leave the bar. Well, we need to trade, and now we are over our limit. We can still fly in space with excess cargo, but it has a very punishing effect. So we want to buy something. How about that? A Hound combat freighter right off the start. So we're going to take this. Absolutely. That takes care of our cargo capacity issues. What's in the military? A damaged. That's interesting. So damaged ships can now show up in the military. Interesting. And these are new. These Gremlin frigates. Low tech. This ship has suffered extreme damage. This ancient phase prototype rig was never intended for mass production, yet someone managed to extract it and its reverse engineered blueprints from the firmware of a nanoforge. The resulting skeleton of hull is given standard armor cladding, the merest nod of a life support module, and as many missiles as can be crammed into the remaining voids. Okay, and some more kites and hounds, but we're kind of low-ish on money right now. Ooh, a pirate shade. That's pretty cool too. All right. We have got what we need for now. Let's go ahead and maybe buy a little bit more fuel. 25 units per... Wow. That price has certainly gone down. Go to 20 maybe. All right, 45 out of 65. Intel. So this screen has changed. Delivery food. Going over here to tile. Let's click on here. Can we... to Madeira. Can I see Madeira, please? Is there a way? Planets. So that's one thing that's changed, is that you used to be able to open up the system map from here and then you could make sure you were going into Madeira. And there used to be a way also, I think, that you could just auto-click and go to Madeira. I hope that that gets re-implemented. So what we have to do is we're going to go to the map. We know where tile is. Go to our sector map. This is the show system info that I wanted to see. Or no, this isn't it. Ah, there we go. Q. Go to system map. There we go. Madeira is where we're headed. Lane of course. I don't think we need to do anything there. Oh, one thing is let's refit our ships and rename them. Okay, so this little guy has Lieutenant Frost Callisto. Can't rename these guys, can we? I don't think we can. Nope. Oh, she's got a salary now. Okay, so that's changed. Dang it. I hope I don't have a salary. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright, sorry about the slowness of the start here, guys. Just bear with me a bit. So we're just going to max up our hound because we don't have any real, what's it called? Weapons. So this is new. Additional birthing increases maximum crew capacity by 30, 60, 100, 200, depending on hull size, or by 30%, whichever is higher. For civilian grade hulls, also increases maintenance supply use by 50%. Additional auxiliary fuel tanks. Okay, that's pretty cool. This was added from a mod, I think, originally. Installed dock. What does dock mean exactly? I'm not sure. So this increases your fuel capacity, whichever is higher. Auxiliary thrusters, we've seen this before. Blast doors, yep. Expanded cargo holds, also interesting. So we don't have a civilian hull because we're using a hound. Increases maximum cargo capacity depending on hull size. Okay, so yeah, that's been brought in from a formerly a mod. So a lot of stuff has been added to 0.9 that used to be in mods, and I'll try to point that out when they come up. We don't need these. Hardened subsystems still do the same thing. Reinforced bulkheads is what I'm looking for at the moment. Safety overrides, unstable injector perhaps. We can actually add all of these. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. How do I go back? Okay, so we don't have any weapons on this thing, but it's going to outrun anything we run into. Let's see. And I think shielded cargo holds has changed a little bit. Here you can see the little dude standing above your illicit cargo underneath. This is very similar to what the icon used to be, but I think that's changed. And the reason the Hound A is pretty cool is because we get this militarized hegemony auxiliary bonus to the stats. Same thing with the kite, which is why I love the kite. Okay, but like I said, we got more vents, I think, than what we really need, and it's important to me that I'm able to recover these ships after combat, which is what the reinforced bulkheads is also going to allow me to do. So absolutely we want this, and I'm not going to worry about combat readiness at the moment. I'm more concerned about being able to handle getting away from something. Right now, shield flux per second is, so we basically, when the shields are up and this thing's firing its weapons, it's going to generate 143 flux, right? And we dissipate 182, 40 plus 142, so it's going to generate 40 flux, but 143 will be enough when the shields are actually down to cover the weapons. I'm going to go with the capacitors. So this is basically usually how I kind of like to lay out my vents. We could add a little bit more venting, I guess, but yeah, okay. And on mine as well, blast doors, it takes 50% fewer crew casualties. That's fine, but again, same thing. I need to be able to recover my ships if they get blown up. We are playing Iron Man, so if we get wrecked, I gotta be able to handle this. This is set up the way I want with the weapons. We're ready to go. So, let's see. One more thing to look at is on our intel. Right, new events, survey barren bombarded world. Oh, we can just accept it from here. This is where these come from. I see. There are bounties posted in the Corvus system. Right. Hegemony authorities on Jingala have posted a bounty on all hostile fleets in their Corvus system. Right. We may try to do a little bit of this before we head out. Don't get the wrong impression, Hegemony jerkwads. I'm not doing this to help you. I just need the money. Let's see. Your contacts in Quaddle will let you know that an independent smuggler is preparing for a voyage and will soon depart for Nomios. 2 days until departure. On the outward trip to Nomios, the fleet will carry recreational drugs. On the trip back to Quaddle, the fleet will carry harvested organs. It's noteworthy because it's carrying valuable goods. Smugglers often operate, thus if one comes to the unfortunate end, as so often happens in their line of work, it's unlikely to cause a unified response from whatever faction or organization they're normally affiliated with. Another system bounty in Glacia. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can find some pirates. So first things first, I am taking emergency burn off of this tab. So we are going to move it to our next tab. Emergency burn is still very important, but I really don't like misclicking and hitting emergency burn instead of my sustain burn. Let's do a sensor burst. Really, there's absolutely nothing around. Okay. Well, Really. Let's check out a Sharu. Take a shuttle down to visit a dockside bar. As you enter the bar, you are buffeted by the human white noise of conversation and revelry. Ad holos buzz softly from the ceiling-mounted units, shining garish highlights through glasses and bottles as spacer crews mingle with merchants and locals, trading drinks for rumor, jobs, and opportunities. Apparently there's nothing going on. Alright. Really? No pirates? Maybe out in hyperspace we'll find some. Nothing. What's this over here? Can't tell. Or did it tell me when I clicked on it? Nope. What is this trader? Faction hegemony. Chikomatsak. Let you know that a hegemony trader is preparing for a voyage. It's noteworthy because it's carrying valuable goods. We're not going to do that. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go and deliver this food. Go dark. Your fleet approaches the jump point. Activating this jump point to let your fleet pass through will cost 3 fuel. Warning, the jump point exhibits fluctuations characteristic of an active drive field on the other side. A more detailed analysis indicates it's likely multiple fleets are extremely close to the exit. You order a disposable probe sent through, and it's able to transmit a microburst of information before being destroyed by the stresses of jump space. The probe's onboard algorithm estimates it's extremely likely that the nearby fleets include hostiles. We're doing it. We've gone dark. Okay, what are you? Prospector. Pursuing Prospector. Go this way, guys. Okay, I think we're good. Let's activate our burn drive and get out of here. If we find any derelicts along the way, we'll hit them up. We'll avoid the angry space clouds. Oh my god. Avoid angry space clouds. There we go. Okay. Alright, so like I said, our goal this game is to get back at the hegemony for kicking us out of the fleet. We were supposed to be captaining an onslaught by now as an admiral of a huge fleet. But no, I was very wrongfully accused of negligence and cowardice and dereliction of duty. All charges that I was found not guilty of, I will tell you. Turn the transponder on and then jump. Yes, that's a new feature as well, added to 0.9, which makes things so much nicer. Anyway, you find out who your real friends are, though, when you're brought up before a hegemony military tribunal. Okay, your fleet approaches Madeira. Knowing that Madeira would always rely on outside resources for survival, the domain would count on the polity's loyalty. The collapse was not accounted for in this equation, however, and the Madeiran polity was among the founding members of the Persian League despite its small population and limited industry. Your fleet transmits its identification codes via the transponder, and you are soon granted docking clearance. You contact the relevant parties and drop off the cargo at the agreed upon docking locations. Lost 50 food, gained 4,000 credits. Relationship with the Independents improved by 1. Currently 1 out of 100. Okay. Well, open the comm. There's more mercenaries. She looks kind of new. Anyway, What do you want? Cut the comm link. Okay. Take a shuttle down to visit the dockside bar. Another concerned woman in a Persean League uniform is sitting at a corner table glumly examining her tripod. Okay. And a disheveled man in academic uniform is bothering some of the better dressed spacers with his glowing tripod. Okay. Nod to the concerned woman and walk over to her table. Hello. After brief introductions, she wastes no time to getting to the point. I've got 110 units of food that urgently need to be delivered to Salamanca in the Yima star system. Recent pirate activity has been making that difficult, but you look like someone that could get the job done. You recall that Salamanca is under Persean League control and located in the Yima star system, which is 11 light years away. Your fleet's holds can accommodate an additional 85 units of cargo. She double checks something on her pad. The offer is 9,000 credits, payable upon delivery within 100 days.
Listen, I know you have a lot of anxiety going on right now, but you gotta understand, we're both in uncharted waters here, wouldn't you say? Sometimes even I can't control everything, so when a new experience presents itself to me, I try to stay open to it and just say yes.
We'll accept. Figure this out later. Alright, to Salamanca we go. Flag down the academic with the tripod. Aha! He turns out to be a scientist, maybe a scientist, and is delighted to have someone finally listen to his story. You set your face to a practiced, stern but receptive look as you hear his pitch through to the end. The data doesn't lie, he cries again and again, though you can't make sense of the arcane tables scrolling on his greasy tripod. There's an enormous stock of unrecovered domain-era technology in this system. No one else can see it. All I ask is, his voice drops to a whisper, you retrieve from me the AI core hidden in the midst of the trove. That I get to keep. I'll tell you exactly where to look if you agree to my terms. Accept and promise to ship the AI core to its given address in a specially shielded crate. Yes. Alright. Accept and promise to ship the AI core to the given address in a specially shielded crate. Okay, continue. Nothing of note is going on at the bar. Alright, guys, well, that's where I'm going to end this episode for now. Oh, I forgot. Guys, we need to do one more thing. I forgot to do it back in Corvus. So this ship is the HMS Young Lord. Yes, HMS Young Lord. This ship, the Nostromo. That's a good name, but we are going to name it the Behemoth. All right. And next is, I do have a request for a name of a tanker, so I will be getting a tanker eventually, so I'll save that one. Next is Nothing Personal. Alright. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any advice or tips, go ahead. Not sure how far we'll get. Like I said, I don't know if I'm making good decisions or not. I am not going to worry too much if I break promises to deliver certain goods. Let's see if we can buy ourselves... Ooh, the Shrike is a new one. It's a new ship. It would be good to get a little more cargo capacity is what I would want to do. I cannot quite afford to do this. Cargo capacity is 15. It is the cargo capacity that we need right now. The Shepherd is too expensive. We cannot access the military here. Cerberus D is very cheap and would do the job. We could get a very cheap Hound. 6,000 credits. Design type Pirate. Glitched sensor array. Can you remind me what that does? Sensor strength. Okay. I think we're fine with sensor strength being weak. I'm tempted to pick this up just because it really does kill your supplies if you go running around with excess cargo. So we also need to buy fuel. Oh my god. Right. Well, we'll do that. Okay. So last thing we're gonna do, I could get a kite. Cargo 30. That would take care of my problem, but we're gonna go for the hound. Damaged hound. Alright, this one we're not going to keep very long, so I'm not going to rename it. We will, however, go ahead. Yeah, glitch sensor array. Weapon range and combat is reduced. Yeah, okay. Same idea here. Let's see, safety override should be fine. Okay. And just max out everything else. Yeah. Okay. We're good. Alright guys, see you in the next episode. We're going to make our deliveries and try to scavenge some stuff. Hopefully if we can find some small pirates, we'll fight with them as well. See you then. Bye-bye.